London Mayor Sadiq Khan has taken his own swipe at Donald Trump by claiming the US president is the opposite of what NATO is about. He spoke out after Mr. Trump yesterday cut short his attendance at the organization's summit near Watford after accusing Canada's Prime Minister of being two-faced. Mr. Trump cancelled a press conference and returned to Washington after footage emerged of Justin Trudeau and other world leaders apparently gossiping about him. Mr. Khan claimed in an interview with CNN last night that Mr. Trump's actions were leading to fears being stoked against minority communities. And Mr. Khan added, "It's the very opposite of what NATO is all about. It's the very opposite of what the EU is all about. The very opposite of the multilateralism that the US and the UK have led on for the last 70 years." The embarrassing video showed Mr. Trudeau, along with Boris Johnson, French President Emmanuel Macron and Dutch Prime Minister Mark Rutte, standing in a huddle drinking at Tuesday night's Buckingham Palace reception. Although Mr. Trump was not mentioned by name, they appeared to mock the US president and his long impromptu press conferences earlier in the day. When asked about the footage and Mr. Trudeau at the NATO summit in Watford yesterday, Mr. Trump responded, "Well, he's two-faced." In the latest escalation of the war of words between the two leaders, Mr. Khan also condemned Mr. Trump for calling people rapists because they happen to be Mexican. The Muslim mayor criticized Mr. Trump, who has been in London as well this week during the NATO summit, for having a travel ban against people of my faith. He told CNN, "The concern we have is when President Trump talks about America first, does he really mean white America first? That's a big concern for many of us." Labor politician Mr. Khan added that Republican Mr. Trump's actions on many occasions gives us the impression that all he cares about is white America. He continued, "When you see the President of the USA calling people rapists because they happen to be Mexican, having a travel ban against people of my faith, that leads to huge concerns across the world." Mr. Trump and Mr. Khan have exchanged insults over the past 4 years, with Mr. Khan referring to Mr. Trump in June as a 6'3" child in the White House. That came 3 weeks after Mr. Trump described Mr. Khan as a stone-cold loser who should focus on crime in London, not me, and also made fun of his short stature. Mr. Khan previously called on the UK government in June 2017 to cancel Mr. Trump's state visit to Britain because his policies go against everything we stand for. But Mr. Trump has also described Mr. Khan as a disaster, adding that the mayor is a national disgrace who is destroying the city of London. Thanks for watching Top Trending Stories. Don't forget to subscribe our channel. Press bell icon for latest updates.